which is our inner thigh, groin area. One of my faves. So let's come down to our backs. And then knees open wide, balls of the feet together. We'll work straight into those hips. And then place both hands, rest them on top of your belly. Just soften your shoulders into the mat. And then just start to breathe in and out of your nose. Gently pushing your belly into your hands as you breathe in. And then gently just lowering the lower belly again. So inhale, breathe into the hands. And exhale, draw the lower belly in. Just stay with that breath in and out of the nose, and we'll just start to send the hands over the head. Have a slight bend in the elbows here. So it's just like you're getting a nice opening through the chest, through the hips. And again, just take a couple of deep breaths. Breathing into the underarms. Keep going with that breath, inhaling. And then exhaling. Now start to draw your knees together. Squeeze them in towards the chest. Reach your hands forward for your shins. Give them a little squeeze and then start to circle the knees away from each other, back in towards center. Other direction as well. Lovely. And then we'll move into a happy baby straight away. So either hand to the outside of the feet, if you can go there, or hold on to the thighs or the calves, and then just draw the knees in towards the armpits. Relax the head onto the mat. See if you can push your hips and your lower back into the mat as well. Great. And if you feel like the holding onto the feet is too deep, just maybe hold behind the thighs instead. That's all right there. Great, just nearly there, about 5 more breaths. And then as you exhale, draw the knees back in towards the chest. Hands underneath the knees, start to rock and roll up the length of the spine. And then on your fourth one, we're going to cross the feet, make our way into a wide leg child's pose. So walk it back all the way to the back of your mat. Knees open wide, big toes to touch. Push the hips back towards the heels and come into your wide leg child's pose. Holding it here, our second opening pose. Working that inner thigh, that groin area. Keep breathing into that lower back. If you feel any tightness here or you just feel like you want a bit of movement, you can really subtly move those hips from side to side. Just like you're trying to wiggle out into the hips. And then just start to make it a little bit more of an active child's pose. So come onto your fingertips, lift your elbows and your forearms off the mat, and then just walk the hands a little bit further forward if you can, so you can really feel the stretch now into the sides of your body. And then plant the hands down, start to round forward into a tabletop position, slide the knees under, and then exhale, just arch the spine, push it back to your narrow child's pose. So inhale, round forward through your tabletop, and then exhale, arch, send it back. And again, round it forward, and exhale, arch, and send it back. And then start to round, come on forward. Tabletop position, keep the arms nice and straight, push into the mat, and start to take 3 big circles with that left knee. So pick up the knee, circle it around. And then send it in the opposite direction for 3 big circles. Lovely, and when you're done, drop the knee. Take a couple of cat and cows in between. So as you inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, round. Again, drop the belly, open your chest. And then exhale to round. And then we'll take that second side. So the right knee lifts, start to take those 3 big circles. And then for the opposite direction as well. Lovely. And then place your right knee down. Now just bring your hands flat, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and come into your downward dog. And invite some movement into your downward dog. Nice. Alright, just pause there in your downward dog and we'll start to begin on our right side. So as we inhale, we'll extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend the knee and open the hip. Then inhale, re-extend, gaze forward. Exhale, step the right foot outside of the right hand. Now bend the elbows, dip the chest, and then inhale, lift the chest, drop the hips. As you exhale, just turn to your left, stay at the front, but side lunge into that right knee, front of the mat. Great, now as you inhale, you're going to come up to standing in your goddess pose, so heels in. And then exhale, bend the elbows. Now inhale, side lunge, left knee, back of your mat. As you exhale, turn to the back, tiptoe your left foot out so your hands are on the inside. Once again, bend the elbows, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step it back, vinyasa. And then work your way back to your downward dog. Once you get there, we'll inhale, lift the heels, round forward, find that high plank. And then exhale, arch the spine, send it back, down dog. Inhale, wave it forward through that high plank. Exhale, soften the knees, downward dog. Once again, inhale, lift the heels, round it forward. And then exhale, send it back. Same thing, right leg, inhale, extend. Exhale, bend the knee, open through the hip. Inhale, re-extend, and as you exhale, right foot steps outside of the hand. Bend the elbows, inhale, open your chest. Exhale, turn to the left side, lunge into that right knee. Now as you inhale, find your goddess pose, heels in, hands up. Then exhale, just cactus the arms. Inhale, bend into your left knee, front of your mat. Exhale, turn to face the front, tiptoe the left foot out. Bend the elbows, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step it back, vinyasa. Great, then from here we're going to drop down onto our knees. We're going to set up for our puppy pose, so walk the hands forward, but try and keep them a little bit closer, narrower than as wide as your mat. So melt your chest or your forehead down towards the ground. Now we're going to move between this pose and a Sphinx pose. So as you inhale, drop your hips, come forward, find your Sphinx pose, and then exhale, lift the hips up as you melt your chest down. So as you inhale, come forward, drop your hips, open your chest. And then exhale, peel the hips back, melt the chest down. And again, inhale, come forward, drop the hips, open your chest. And then exhale, lift the hips up, melt the chest. Then start to come on forward, drop the hips, open your chest. Exhale, release your chest down, hands under the shoulders, back to your downward dog. Right, so left side, inhale, the left leg extends. As you exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, re-extend, and as you exhale, left foot outside of that hand. Bend the elbows, inhale, open the chest. Exhale, twist to the right side, lunge, left knee. As you inhale, come up to standing, heels in, hands up. Exhale, cactus those arms. Now as you inhale, side lunge, right knee. Exhale, twist to the back, tiptoe the right foot open. Bend the elbows, inhale, open your chest. Exhale, vinyasa. When you come back into your downward dog, find those waves. Inhale, lift the heels, come forward. Exhale, soften, send it back. Inhale, lift through the heels. And then exhale, send it back. Once again, lift and round. And then send it back. We bring it back, left leg extend. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, re-extend. And as you exhale, left foot outside of the hand. Bend the elbows, inhale, open your chest. Exhale, twist to the right, side lunge, left knee. Inhale, rise on up, heels in. Exhale, bend the elbows. As you inhale, side lunge, right knee. Exhale, turn to the front, tiptoe the right foot open. Bend the elbows, inhale, open your chest. Exhale, vinyasa. Nice. Now drop to your knees and take a puppy pose second round, but this time we're just going to take a hold. So walk those palms as far as you can. Melt the forehead, chest and chin down to the mat. This time if you need to spread your arms a little bit wider to make space, you can, or you keep them a little bit narrower if you're a bit more open. Couple breaths. We'll take one more inhale. And then exhale, push into those forearms, snake the hips forward, drop the hips open through your chest. Exhale, really send it back. Find your downward dog. Nice, and just pause in your downward dog for a second. And then we gaze forward, the feet are coming outside of the hands. So lift the heels, soften the knees, either step or you float them forward. Heels in and toes out. Then bring the palms to the heart center. Push the knees open. With the elbows, lift the chest. Just close the eyes for a moment. Just breathe it here. Nice. Now we're going to push into the feet. Inhale, rise to standing, lift tall. Exhale, release the hands down. Tiptoe those feet back in. Lovely. Inhale, reach the hands out to the sides, palms down. Exhale, gather your hands at your heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, we find a forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step or float it back through your vinyasa. And then back into your downward dog. Good. All right, let's add on right leg. Inhale, we'll extend. As you exhale, you bend the knee and open through your hip. Then inhale, re-extend. Now as you exhale, keep your right leg straight. Just bring it out to the right side so it kind of hovers so you can see your right toe underneath your right armpit. Then inhale, bring it back up, three-leg dog. Exhale, bring it out to the side. Inhale, lift it up. And then exhale, bring it out to the side. Final time, inhale, reach it up. As you exhale, bring it out to the side, gaze forward, keep moving that right leg all the way forward till it steps outside of the right hand. Bend the elbows, inhale, lift the chest. Now here's reverse. As you exhale, you reverse it. So you bend the elbows, lift the hips up, try and straighten through your right leg. Then come forward, inhale, bend the elbows, lift the chest. Exhale, reverse it. Again, inhale, come forward, open the chest. Exhale, reverse. Then inhale, come on forward. Exhale, twist the left, back to our flow. Inhale, come through center, reach the palms up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, bend into your left knee, side lunge, back of your mat. Then exhale, turn to the back, tiptoe your left foot open. Bend the elbows, inhale, open your chest. Exhale, left foot steps back, vinyasa. Great, this time when we get back to the back of the mat, we're going to lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, the right knee's coming towards the right wrist, as if you're setting up for a pigeon pose, but have that left heel quite in, your right heel quite in towards you if you normally make it a bit more parallel. Now keep your left toes tucked under. Maybe down your fingertips, just lifting your chest. So you're in a pigeon pose, that's it. Or maybe you reach your hands up towards the ceiling, and instead of just kind of hanging out on your hips, imagine you're squeezing your thighs together and you're trying to lift your hips up off your right leg. So keep drawing the tailbone under. Take another breath. Then bring the hands down to the mat. Now let your hips fall to the right hand side. So all the way to the right, and keep spinning so that your left toes turn up and your right foot's inside the left thigh. Now bring your left fingertips down, inhale your right arm lifts, and then exhale, side lean over to the left. Keep breathing there, pushing that right hip into the mat, stretching through the side of the body. Then come on all the way back up. Bring your hands to the back of the mat. Then just spin onto your left toes. And as you inhale, your right leg is coming up. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Now inhale, re-extend. From here, step your hands in about a full hand's distance. If your foot can come flat here, your left foot, it will be easier, but if not, keep it lifted. Now bring your right leg out to the side again with it straight and just come to that hold. Bring your left fingertips out to the left side. Maybe that left hand can lift off the mat as well, holding it out in line with the shoulder. That's it, one more breath. And then lower the left foot, reach the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. Now we've got time here for a lizard pose, so options. On your fingertips, on your hands, on your forearms, you can also drop your left knee. If you want something a little bit more active, there's the option to turn your fingertips towards the back of, or the front of your mat. Your right hand comes underneath your right leg, and your left hand just kind of walks back. So the arms are just reaching behind you. For some of you, there might be a bind around that right leg. So the right hand comes underneath the right leg and the left hand goes behind the back. You might try and stay up on your left toes as you find that bind. And then wherever you are, release your hands back down to the mat, pick up your left foot. Now as you inhale, bend the elbows, open your chest. Exhale, twist to the left, side lunge, right knee. Inhale, come up through center, hands up, heels in. Exhale, cactus the arms. Now inhale, bend into the left knee, side lunge, front of the mat. Exhale, hands down, tiptoe the left foot open. Bend the elbows. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, left foot steps back, vinyasa. Just pause it there. Take a moment to breathe in and breathe it out. All right, let's drop to our knees for a second. Bring our forearms down to the mat, unless you want child's pose, take a child's pose. Otherwise, forearms down, slight doming in that upper back, so push into the forearms, you round through that upper body a little bit. Now you want to try and keep that doming in the upper back as you tuck your toes, lift your hips, and then walk those feet in as far as you can and you hold. So nice and strong, working into those shoulders. Take another breath. And then let's push into those palms, try and lift those elbows back off. Downward dog. And then you might need to just step the feet back a little bit. Create yourself a little bit of space. All right, let's do that on the left. Left leg, inhale, extend it high. As you exhale, you bend the knee and open the hip. Now inhale, re-extend your left leg. As you exhale, keep the left leg straight, but bring it out to the left side. Now as you inhale, bring that left leg back up, three-leg dog. Exhale, bring the leg out to the side. Inhale, send it back, three-leg dog. And then exhale, bring it up to the side. Inhale, lift it up. This time as you exhale, bring it out to the side, but keep bringing the left leg all the way forward till it steps outside of the hand. Great, bend the elbows. Inhale, open the chest. And then as you exhale, reverse. So bend the elbows, hips up and back, left leg straightens. Inhale, come forward, open your chest. Exhale, reverse. And again, bend the elbows, come forward. Exhale, reverse. Then inhale, come on forward. This time as you exhale, twist to your right, side lunge, left knee. Come on up, inhale, come to standing, heels in, hands up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Side lunge, right knee, back of your mat. As you exhale, turn to the back, tiptoe the right foot open. Bend the elbows. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, step it back, vinyasa. Nice. All right, left leg we extend. We're coming into that pigeon pose. So as you exhale, left knee towards the left wrist. Set yourself up into your pigeon pose. Have the heel quite in towards that right hip. Now keep your right toes tucked under. Imagine you were squeezing those thighs in towards each other, and then you're lifting up your hips a little bit. Your right knee can be in the mat. Maybe the arms reach up by the ears. And you're trying to kind of pull the tailbone under so you can feel a little bit of a stretch through that right hip flexor. Then release your hands down. Let your hips fall all the way to the left. And keep spinning until your right toes turn up towards the ceiling. Left foot on the inner side of the right thigh. Right hand comes down, left arm, extend it long. And then as you exhale, lean over to that right hand side. Stretch through the side body. That's it, just keep lengthening. And then come on back up again. So the hands are coming back towards the back of your mat. Spin onto your right toes. As you inhale, lift that left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend the knee and open through the hip. Now as you inhale, re-extend that left leg. Start to bring that left leg still straight out to the left side. Now bring your right fingertips out to the right side. Maybe your hand stays there. Or maybe you have a little play with that balance, seeing if that right arm might lift off. One more breath in. And then as you exhale, step your left foot outside of your left hand. Now you're in your lizard pose, take any variation. So want to rest a bit here, drop the right knee, take any variation with that back knee down. If you want to go, if you did it on the other side and you turned your fingertips away from you, kind of walk them back towards that back foot, you can. Maybe you bound the left hand underneath the thigh and the right hand behind the back. Then you clasp them together, staying balanced on that right foot. And then wherever you are, release the hands back to center. Pick up your right knee. Bend the elbows. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, twist to the right, side lunge into that left knee. Drive up. Inhale, come up to standing. Exhale, bend those elbows. Now inhale, side lunge into that right knee. As you exhale, turn to the front and tiptoe the right foot open. Bend the elbows. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step it back, vinyasa. Great. From here, lower the knees down towards the mat. If you fancy just taking another puppy pose here in its place, go straight in. Otherwise, forearms drop. Find that little doming first. Push into those forearms. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. And then walk the feet as far as you can in. That's it. And just keep pushing the ground away. Keep looking through your arms towards your feet. That head is heavy. Let's just take one more breath in and then exhale. Come onto your knees. Let's find a kneeling position. One hand on the heart, one hand on the lower belly. Just breathe. Inhale and exhale. Another breath in and then an exhale. Great. Let's start to make our way forward. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward dog. So once again, the feet are coming outside the hands. So we gaze forward, soften through the knees, step, walk or float the feet to the outside of the hands. Toes out, heels in and sit down. Push the knees open using the elbows. Now stay here or bring your right hand out to the side and bring your left hand up towards the ceiling. Find a deeper opening. If you have the space, there's a bind there, so the left hand comes behind the back. The right hand, the palm kind of turns towards the back, then wraps around that shin so that the hands can clasp. There is a funky little balance here if you want to give it a go. So you kind of lift your hips up a little bit and just tiptoe that left foot in so it's underneath your left hip. And then you're going to come up onto your right toe, gaze forward, now push off that left foot and see if you can come up to standing, bringing that bind with you. That's it, that's it. There we go. And then we come back where we came in. So we're going to control it all the way down until the right toes drop. And then we'll all release from the bind hands to the heart center. Nice. All right, let's push into the feet. Inhale, rise up, lift tall. Exhale, release the hands down as you tiptoe those feet back together. Now inhale, palms out to the sides. Exhale, gather the hands at the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Halfway lifted your inhale. Exhale, step or float it back. Vinyasa. Perfect. All right, we've got one more round on the right and then on the left. So right leg, extend it high. As you exhale, bend the knee and open through your hip. Inhale to re-extend. As you exhale, right foot steps outside of the hand. Now bend the elbows. Inhale, open through your chest. As you exhale, twist to your left. Find that little side lunge into your right knee. Now we're going to hold it here for a moment. So you can bring your hands on the floor or the heart center if you're quite comfortable here. The way to step it up is to reach your fingertips forward and then lift your hips just an inch or two so you're no longer just hanging out. And feel that nice strengthening and lengthening in those thighs. Great, come back in again. Now we'll push off the right foot. Inhale, rise up, hands lift. Exhale, cactus through the arms. Just hold it here for a moment. Maybe we lift the heels off the mat. That's it, keep that chest lifted for 3, 2, 1. Place the heels down. Inhale, side lunge, left knee back of the mat. And as you exhale, bring the hands down, tiptoe the left foot open. Bend the elbows, inhale, open your chest. Exhale, send it back. One leg vinyasa if you want it, or just a normal vinyasa. Great, from here our right leg is lifting up. Now we'll step the right foot just shy of the hands. And then momentary standing splits, left leg lifts up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, soften both knees, bring your left shin down to the floor on the outside of your right foot. Then bring your hips down onto the mat, so you're seated. Lovely, now bring your right hand to the outside of your right foot and pick up your foot. So we're going to go into our cradle the baby. So draw the right knee back in towards the armpit. Then bring the right foot across the body. Either hold on to it with your left hand or nudge that right foot into the left elbow crease. And then your right hand wraps around the right knee. And then try and sit up nice and tall through the spine. Right, now this is where you want to take it today. If you don't fancy going deeper, stay here. If you fancy coming into your compass pose, you'll just have to listen to what I'm saying because you can't see me. So your left hand is taking the outside of your right foot. The left hand outside of the right foot. Now your right hand, lift it up towards the ceiling. Then bring it on the inside of your right leg and then bring it out to the side. And try and kind of nudge that right leg as high up onto that right arm as you can get it. Palm goes out to the sides. That's it. And now you start to kick your right foot into your left hand. It kind of goes out to the side, and if you get it as far enough, you might be able to bring your head underneath your left armpit and try and look up towards the ceiling. That's it, that's it. Nice. Just 2 more breaths here. Your extension is absolutely perfect. You've got 1 more breath in. And then exhale, slowly release that leg. Great, release the legs out in front of you. You cross the feet, roll forward and send it back into your downward dog. Lovely work. All right, right leg, inhale, extend. As you exhale, bend the knee, open your hip. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, step the right foot outside of the hand. Bending the elbows, inhale, open up your chest. Then exhale, just twist to the left, find that side lunge to the back. Now we'll keep moving here. Inhale, we'll come up through center. Hands reach up, knees bend. Exhale, cactus the arms. Now slight change here. We're going to straighten out through the legs, turn the toes in, and then start to find your wide legs to fold. So fold over the legs. Crown of the head comes down. Anyone, there is a head's down there if you want it, or just hold in your wide fold. Great, now we'll come on to our fingertips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk the hands forward to the inside of that left leg. Bend the elbows, inhale. Lift your chest, and as you exhale, step it back through your vinyasa. All right, let's drop down knees just for a second. So you can carry on with your forearm practice. If there's anything else you want to have a play around with, head down, crow pose, or you just want to rest, take it. So if you're doing the same with me, we're going for a leg lift. Otherwise, take it wherever you fancy. So you might be going into your forearms, walking your feet in, and you might be going for a lift of the right leg. And you might just hold that right leg. You might hop it up and down a few times. And once you've had enough, work your way down into a child's pose. Rest your hands back towards the feet, rest the forehead down to the mat. Deep breath in, big breath out. Another breath in, and then a breath out. Great, and then slide the hands forward. Start to come on forward. Tuck in the toes, lift in the hips. Downward dog. Lovely. So we're going to take that on the left. As you inhale, extend your left leg long. Exhale, bend the knee and open through your hip. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, step your left foot outside of your hand. Bend the elbows. Inhale, lift the chest. Then exhale, twist to your left. Come into that side lunge hold. So your variations, hands at the floor, heart center, or you try and reach your hands forward and see if those hips might lift just a little bit off the mat. And then release wherever you are. Inhale, rise on up, heels in, toes out. Exhale, cactus through the arms. Let's keep moving. Inhale, side lunge, right knee, back of your mat. Exhale, palms come down, tiptoe the right foot open. Bend the elbows. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, vinyasa. One leg vinyasas if you want them. Alright, we're going to find that compass pose on the second side. So our left leg is extending. Exhale, step your left foot just shy of your hands. Inhale, your right leg picks up just for a moment. And as you exhale, soften both knees as you bring your right shin down the outside of your left foot and then sit your hips down onto the mat. Let's cradle the baby. So left hand outside of the left foot, pick up the foot. Draw the left knee back in towards the armpit and then bring the foot across the body, either into the right hand or into your right elbow crease. Sit up tall and find that little rock. Breathe in there. And then you choose to stay, or we choose to take it into our compass pose. So right hand takes the outside of the left foot. Your left hand reaches up and then start to bring the left hand on the inside of that left thigh and bring it out to the side. Bring that left thigh as high up onto the left arm as you can. Maybe you stay there, or maybe you start to kick the left foot into the right hand, and then if you are able to, you might be able to twist your head underneath your right arm and look up towards the ceiling. 2 breaths. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, gently release from the pose. Cross the feet, roll forward and work your way back into your downward dog. Nice. Final side, left leg, bring it back. Left leg, extend it long. Exhale, bend the knee as you open the hip. Inhale to re-extend, and then exhale, your left foot steps outside of the hand. Bend the elbows. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, twist to your right. Now keep your hands on the floor or the heart center. We're going to travel back and forth. So inhale, stay low. Exhale, side lunge to the front. Inhale, stay low. And then exhale, side lunge to the back. Inhale, stay low. Exhale, side lunge to the front. Final time. Inhale, stay low. And then exhale, side lunge to the back. Inhale, rise up to standing goddess pose. Last time, thighs are crying. Exhale, cactus the arms. Then inhale, side lunge, right knee. Exhale, bring the hands to the down, tiptoe the right foot open. Bending those elbows. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, step it back, vinyasa. And back into our downward dogs. All right, take a breath. And then once again, drop your knees down towards the mat. So choose where you want to take this for your 5 breaths. Maybe you do second side if you did a leg lift. Maybe you take a rest. Maybe take another puppy pose. So wherever you want to go, start to just work your way into it. And you just hold it there. For a few breaths. And once you've had enough, we'll meet in a kneeling position. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, eyes closed. Breath in. Side out. Close the lips, inhale. Exhale through the nose. And now the breath in. And then exhale. I'm just going to close it off so the hands come forward, tuck the toes, lift those hips up. And then final time, the feet are coming outside of the hands, so gaze forward, soften the knees, walk or float the feet there until they come outside of the hands. All right, final push here if you want it. If not, stay here, or even a standing forward fold if your hips have had enough. So maybe the left hand comes out to the side. Maybe the right arm is lifting up towards the ceiling. Find that twist. Maybe you're binding. Bring the left hand around. Find that clasp. Maybe you're coming into that funky little balance, so your hips lift a little bit to allow your right foot to tiptoe in underneath the right hip. Come onto your left toes. Push off that right foot, see if you can drive up. Big push, you can do it, you can do it. None. Oh, this side doesn't want to have it. Alright, come back down. Alright, let's place our hands down. We're going to meet in a standing forward fold. So lift those hips up, tiptoe the feet hip distance apart, and find yourself in a forward fold. You can take any variation of your fold here. Great. And then just release your hands onto the hips and come up to standing with a nice long spine. Lovely. All right, close it off. Inhale, hands out to the sides, palms down. Exhale, gather those hands at the heart center. Inhale, reach the palms up. Exhale, fold your body over your legs. Now inhale, little halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to lift our heels, and bring the hips down towards the heels. And then we'll just sit our hips down all the way to the mat. And then come straight down onto your back. So we're going to switch into a little bit about air mandala. So the opposite element of of water. And we're going to finish with a couple of back bends. So feet are hip distance apart. Knees are bent, hands are by the sides. It's going to take you into a simple bridge pose, so push into your feet. Start to peel your hips up off your mat. Maybe clasp the hands underneath so you've got a little bit more room. Now push into your toes, push into your heels. Draw your tailbone under. You feel that back lengthen out. And then release the hands from underneath you and slowly roll the hips back down to the mat. Once you get there, let the knees window wipe from either side. Just drop them left to right. And then we're just going to take one more round of back bend. So option to take exactly the same thing. If you just want something restorative, feel free to bring your feet as wide as your mat and just let your knees drop in and just hold here. Or if you have a full wheel in your practice and feel like you can go into that, then go into it. So take it up, get ready for wherever you're going. And then start to move gently into your bridge, wheel, or just drop those knees in. And then when you are ready, control it back down again where you came from and let the knees just window wipe either side. Lovely. We're just going to end now with a minute in a twist on either side. So cross your right thigh on top of your left either once. You can go for a double bind here like you do in your eagle pose. Hands out to the sides, let the knees drop over to the left. And then maybe the head falls over the right shoulder. It's quite a deep twist here, so see if you can relax your right shoulder towards the mat, doesn't matter if it's lifted. Great, and then bring those knees through centre. And we'll just switch the cross so the left thigh comes on top. Once or double wrap. And let the knees fall over to the right hand side. Let the left shoulder fall towards the mat. And then gently release. Come back onto your back again. And then hug the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Maybe gently rock from side to side. And then start to release your legs long. Move those hands away with the palms up. Make sure the back of your neck is long. And just let your body fall into the mat here. Remember to let go of what did or didn't happen throughout the practice. We're in the change of seasons at the moment where sometimes you'll feel it affects your energy levels. So stay with that feeling of having moved your body. Just give your body and mind a few moments of rest. And let's start to gently waken the body again. Wiggling those fingers, taking any bigger movements. And then find a full body stretch or a hug of the knees in towards the chest. And then either roll to one side or you can take a couple of rock and rolls up the length of the spine. And then eventually you're going to make your way to a seat. Shoulders down and away from the ears, palms pressed together. Let's take a deep breath in. Big sigh out. Invite you to bow your head towards your hands. Namaste. Right, well done.